Hello there, friends! So much has happened in the past few days that it's simply mind-blowing. Navi is planning major reshuffles, EG is assembling a new roster, and there's a lot of replacements happening left and right. In short, it's impossible to describe everything in just a few words, and I bet that right now, while you're watching this video, something else is happening. And to stay updated, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Without further ado, let's get straight to it. We start with the most important topic, what's happening with Navi. We've heard a ton of rumors about Blade and NPL. One of them will be definitely removed, we just need to figure out who. On his stream, Simple passionately stated that the rumors about Blade are complete nonsense and that nobody will ever remove him from the roster, so that leaves us with NPL. And now here comes the information that entirely confirms it all. A highly credible source, Deserto, writes: Navi set to remove NPL from CSGO roster. The decision comes in the aftermath of a disappointing season in which Navi couldn't go beyond the semifinals of any elite level tournaments, and that culminated in a 9th-11th place finish at Blast Paris Major. With Navi moving on from NPL, it remains unclear at this point who will be filling the vacant spot on the roster for the new tournament season. Sources told Deserto that Navi's CSGO team is seriously considering going international and switching to an English communication system. Once again, I will explain it to you. Deserto is one of the most trusted sources in the world. Honestly, I can't recall a single instance where they were wrong about their inside information. So it's certain now that Navi will remove NPL, but that was highly expected, honestly. However, the news about the transition to English sounds like something from a parallel universe. Let's discuss it a little more. While Simple has experience of playing in an international team and Blade has an excellent level of English, the question remains about the others. It's one thing to give a few interviews in English, but it's another thing to form an international team. Can you imagine electronic short calling in English? I can't either. And right after that, there was a tsunami of rumors. Within an hour, we received insights from Hirumi, and according to his information, Electronic and Perfecto will most likely leave Navi with a 99% probability. Excuse me, what? So will only Bit and Simple remain in Navi? And just to add fuel to the fire, Electronic seems to have deliberately removed any mention of playing for Navi from his Steam profile. Now it's just 4 @ there. Of course, there is no official confirmation yet, but there are already so many hints and inside reports. I believe the truth is somewhere really close. We're eagerly waiting for official news. And there's so much more ahead of us. But first, let's listen to the opinions of different celebrity pro players. For example, here's what Seized has to say about all these rumors. If we are talking about reshuffles, for me the core is Electronic, Perfecto, Shiro, Exile and any IGL, doesn't really matter which one. It would be insanely good team, title contender instantly. And here comes Nell with his opinion. I'm a sucker for national teams, so of course I don't want them to go international. International rosters are not exciting to me. I want the old country versus country. Anyway, I would get back SDY and put him as IGL, but yeah, they won't do that sadly. Let's speculate a bit on who could become a new player for Navi. Bringing back SDY as the captain wouldn't be a bad decision, but he seems to feel better in Monte. Everyone loves and respects him. Taking someone from the academy, it's also not the most reliable option. If NPL didn't work out, what's the probability that the same thing won't happen with a new player? On the other hand, there are so many reshuffles happening in the pro scene right now, with new available players emerging every day. So in general, there's no concrete information yet. However, there's alternative information from insider named Jonas. He writes that Navi is interested in Alexi B, who recently left NIP. I must say, whether to believe it or not is a personal choice of everyone. This source is definitely not on the level of Deserto, but it's a possibility to consider. According to his information, Navi will try to bring in a new international captain, move Electronic back to the star player role and see how it works out. If it doesn't go well, they will remove those who struggle the most with the transition to English. Well, we'll soon find out how the things will actually unfold. Blast requires the teams to submit their player rosters by the 22nd of June, so partners of Blast have only 5 days to declare their lineup for the new season. I don't think teams are necessarily bound by that date, but it's still worth hurrying. It seems that before the release of CS2, the professional scene is also planning to update seriously. And as always, guys, what do you think about these changes in Navi? Share your thoughts in the comments, let's discuss. But as you can understand, that's not all the news. We have a huge amount of rumors and reshuffles ahead, and let's start unexpectedly with Forze. There haven't been many rumors about them, but suddenly Jerry and Zorte are ready to change teams. The organization officially announced it and confirmed recent insights from Harumi. The players will remain in the lineup for now, but if any offers come in, they will consider them immediately. Here's what Jerry himself wrote about it. What a big adventure we have here. 6 years and now I'm ready to move on. Another official announcement comes from Falcons. They have benched Misuta and now are actively looking for new players. According to Nell, the insider, the new lineup could potentially include Longs, MHL and surprisingly Boros. By the way, Boros has another offer from EG as well. Nell also writes about it. Evil geniuses have really opened their wallets. They're trying to lure everyone around and it's not yet clear who will accept their offers. For example, Nell mentions that EG is in talks with Jax. Personally, I think this good lad deserves a tier 1 team. He was a fantastic as a stand-in for Vitality, pure beauty. Speaking of rumors, some say that Jax was tested in Ikla, but it didn't work out. Their CEO hinted at the new lineup with 5 flags. According to Harumi, one of the possibilities is Supra, then Poison, Shibs, Kvem and Topa. I hope you're not getting too confused with all these changes because, as Overdrive says, things are going to get even crazier.
То есть не представляете, какие шафлы сейчас будут происходить и уже произошли. Просто полный привет. И то, что вы знаете, это прям вершинка айсберга.
Oof, we need to take a breath and a break from reshuffles, and let's talk about various news and interviews and so on. For example, Flamie announced that he's ready to make a comeback to the pro scene. He promised to start streaming and expressed the desire to join a team. Thorin on his YouTube channel presented several options for future teams, mainly regarding Heroic. Here's what he said. I believe that if Heroic wants to become one of the greatest teams in history, they need to find a truly top-tier fragger for one of their rifler positions to compensate for Cadian's not-so-great performance with the AWP. It could also be a sniper, for example, Device, and then Cadian can simply be the captain and focus on utility usage. Heroic should go for it if they want to reach the top. The era of CSGO is coming to an end, and this might be a good move before transitioning to CS2. Heroic is one of the best teams of our time. They can be considered the strongest this year, the best in the last 6 to 7 months, even considering that Team Vitality and G2 Esports has also won tournaments during this period. However, Heroic simply lacks trophies, and that's unfortunate because I like how they play. As for Liquid, what about this lineup? Alexi B, Nav, Elige, Yakinder and Dexter. I probably disagree about Heroic, they're the most consistent team at the moment, but as for Liquid, why not? Taking Alexi B instead of Flames would make it a super strong lineup. But enough imagination and possible rosters, I'm getting a bit overwhelmed. Let's better talk about CS2 again. And as Robin, the coach of FaZe, says, it's really unclear what Valve is up to.
Do you know when CS2 is going to be released to pro tournaments?
Yes, I know everything. No, I don't know shit. I think no one knows. I think it's there's rumors out there, but no one have the actual fact when it's going to be released. So right now we're living in a kind of a loop, you know, because you also want to plan for the next season. You want to plan boot camps. You want to plan when to peak. You want to plan when to work the hardest of the season. So it's very hard right now. I can't wait to have some information when the game is going to be released, so we can actually start planning stuff for next season.
And now everyone is stuck in this situation. Is it time to start practicing CS2 or not? Here are a few responses from Gabe Follower. The second wave of beta invites reached more people than the last time. The principle and algorithm by which they are distributed are still unknown. CS2 is unlikely to be released on July 15th. It could happen in the autumn or even at the end of the year. They might also add new types of grenades and various grenade models. We've been waiting for that for a long time. And the next test map will be Nuke. That pretty much sums up the latest news on CS2. Well guys, this was an unexpected video. I sense there will be many more like this in the near future. And if you don't want to miss all the fresh news, subscribe to the channel. I will do my best to share all the latest updates, but I won't say goodbye for a long time. See you soon.